Hey guys, Crypto Chris here, and today we are back with Midas DAO, a protocol I hold very close to my heart and my balls. Let's dive in and find out what's been going on. So, Midas have pretty much, we're not far now, but have pretty much gone from V1 crown to now V2 crown. I explained in the previous video why they done this. I think it's brilliant. They're moving away from the sort of Olympus DAO model of being a reserve currency, and instead they're basically becoming a sort of fund in itself, an investment fund, and yeah, they're doing some great stuff. I'm really excited about them. And they've just come out with Throne. So if we take a look, let's go into the app. And we'll have a look. So, I mean, look at that APY. It's just crying out to be had. Have me, have me. I am, don't worry. I'm having you. It is awesome. Anyway. Crown. Obviously, when you buy Crown, you want to stake it to get that juicy APY. And once you go into staked Crown, you get rebased every 8 hours, which is awesome to watch. But in some countries, in some states, wherever you are in America, I don't know much about your tax laws, but I certainly know for England where we are, every rebase could easily count as income tax. So what they do now is they essentially put your staked crown in a vessel, in a bag, to protect you from. So what actually happens is you're still getting the rebases, but not officially. It's hard to explain. So with Throne, your Throne count won't go up. You won't. When you stake Crown and you get your rebases, you might go from 7 crown to 8 crown, depending on how much the rebases are. So you'll see the quantity obviously go up. Whereas with Throne, you don't see the quantity go up. You just see the value go up. Now this is the genius part, because you've got your staked Crown wrapped in this Throne, this tax wrapper. You are not getting technically a taxable event with income tax, so the value of it is going up rather than you getting extra of something. And because of that, and this is the thing, you're still technically getting your staked Crown. It's just wrapped up in this wrapper, so nothing's changed. You're still getting that juicy APY, but you are protected from a tax point of view. Obviously, I'm not an accountant or a tax expert. Go to someone who is, because they'll probably tell you a hell of a lot better than I could here. But that essentially is why I convert my S-Crown, my staked Crown, into Throne, to save me tax or income tax. Now you still do, obviously, if you sell, you'll still be eligible for capital gains tax, so it doesn't get rid of tax completely, just so you know that. But this is a really cool feature. I absolutely love it. Now I can't remember what the swap is, so it's not an actual one-to-one swap. So some people were freaking out because they might have had like 100 crown, and when they swap over to Throne, they're getting, I don't know, 80 Throne. It really doesn't matter. The swap you're getting is the same value, so don't worry. It's just that it's not a 1-for-1, but the value remains the same, and you still get the same amount you would if you staked Crown or had it in Throne. So I don't know if I've just made this a shitload more complicated than it needs to be, but I really hope you understand it. It sort of makes sense in my little brain. So hopefully it makes sense in an average person's brain. And that's not to say that I'm smart, by the way. So yeah, that's Throne. Absolutely love it. And at the moment, Apart from that, that's all Throne does. It just sort of is a tax wrapper for me. But in the future, it will be used for other things, exciting things to come. Midas are on the ball. I love this dev team. I love this project. I can see it doing really well. You've just got to give things like this time. It needs to grow. It needs to develop into a beautiful flower from the seed that it came from. So, yeah, that's where we're at the moment. Now, let's look at the price. So, I think last video we were up here, or we might have been down here, and I was super, super happy. We've had a fairly big sell-off. Hey, what are you going to do? It's the markets. Every single market's had a sell-off. I mean, Jesus Christ, look at time. That was a bloodbath. It is what it is. If you're in this for an investment, hodl. I wouldn't suggest trading this because you're going to get hit with the taxes that I explained about before. And don't get me wrong, all these sales are fantastic. I don't actually know the exact figure, but I'm pretty sure it's round about $1 million was generated from all of these sale taxes to the treasury. I mean, that's awesome. It's doing what it's supposed to do. It's great. And we sort of had this falling compression here. We've busted out. We've now made a sort of reversal, hopefully. Who knows? This market is just bonkers at the moment, so it is what it is. But if you're getting into Crown, personally, I'm in it for the long haul. This is a long-term investment. In the short term, this doesn't mean shit to me because it's a long-term investment. I'm getting those juicy APYs at the moment, and they're not going to last forever. Like you can't sustain. Where are we? You can't sustain nearly 35 million % APY forever. I mean, unless the protocol can generate that much revenue. But I think this is for the hodlers, the OG Crown investors. It's for them. I think it's a thank you. You've stuck with us. You've carried on, and they look after their people. They do. Again, the community is unreal. Join the Discord. You don't have to even invest in Midas. I'd just encourage you to join the Discord. It's a laugh, and you'll get a sense of what the team is about. Honestly, the dev team is unreal. They're unlike anyone I've seen, and I have full faith in them. And yeah, I just think if they keep going and pushing the way they are at the moment, there's some big things to come from Midas. I really, really do believe that. I mean, I've just noticed this. Look at that juicy discount, mint discount, 25% on bonding with Mim. Happy days. Anyway, let's move on to what else Midas have been doing. Well, they've recently invested in Dream. So they've taken, I think it was 100,000 out of the treasury and invested it into Dream. So what is Dream? I actually quite like it. I think it's quite a cool, quirky little product, and I think actually it could do quite well. They're essentially trying to make they're trying to get rid of the 24/7 trading, because if anyone's into crypto and they'll know about this, because you are up all night. The markets don't close. You are up all night, especially when big events are happening. And sometimes it can really fuck with your mental health, and it can stress you out, and it can... I mean, it's the bad work-life balance. If you're having to work as well, it's just a constant stress of that going on in the background. Constant monitoring, distrust and panic selling, unrealistic expectations. This is what they're trying to combat. They're trying to make a regulated trading hours. So the Dream token will be traded within a set time. just like the S&P 500 or any stock exchange. They have a closing time and an opening time, and it helps alleviate the absolute stress and ball ache of a constant 24/7 market. Again, I think it's a good. It's good. It's early, and it is early, but I think it's a good investment, and I'm pretty sure that they have already made. Midas have already made $36,000 on this investment already. I would have to double check that, but I think it's around that anyway, or it was at some point. So these are the sort of things they're doing. They're getting into investments. They're making money. That money then gets put back into the treasury, and it helps the whole community. I love Midas, love them. And then the next big thing, they have partnered with Refi. Now, Reimagined Finance is it's a platform that basically you put your money in, you buy Refi, their token, and then they'll use it to source and they'll farm throughout the whole of DeFi for the best projects to give you brilliant returns. They're basically making it so much easier. Like, let's face it, if you can be in crypto but have no clue about DeFi, and a lot of people don't have the time to learn about things like this. So the early adopters, yeah, we get hit with some good growth. We get the crazy APYs, and whereas other people get left behind because it's not easy for them to get into this thing. It's quite a hard. I wouldn't say, well, not hard, but it's you have to research before you do anything in the DeFi space, because there's so many hackers, scammers. There's just, you need to have your security, you have to have your wits about you, and you've got to have a bit of common sense around the crypto world to navigate your way through all these, what's legit, what's not. Refi are basically doing it for you. They're making it easier for the common person to now get into crypto and still get that juicy APY. And yeah, it's a brilliant idea. So they've partnered with Refi now. Midas have invested in some Refi tokens, and they've also partnered with them. So basically, Refi are going to be advisors to the treasury of Midas DAO. This is huge. This is huge. Please, if you're going to do anything today, join Midas's Discord and just join the community and just ask your questions. The Discord community are just the most friendliest bunch of people. Unless you're a fudder, then they'll probably tell you where to go. But any legitimate questions, they'll answer for you. They're a friendly bunch. I'm one of them. And I'm as friendly as they come. Look how friendly I am. I'm talking to you now. We're all friends. So, honestly, if you're going to do anything, please join Midas DAO's Discord. I'll link it in the description below. You don't have to invest anything. Just have a look. Just see what you think. It's awesome. Now, again, none of this is financial advice. This is me personally. I do really like Midas, and I'm excited for them. But remember, that doesn't mean to say I have all the answers. I don't know which direction Midas will go. I don't know which direction Bitcoin will go. I don't know which direction any of these crypto projects will go. I just do my own research, and I really do dig deep. I find out as much as I can about something, and if I like it and I like the team, I'm putting some money in. And that's how I roll, baby. So, again, not financial advice. Do your own research. Join their Discord at the very least, and you'll just find out so much about what they're doing. Again, Midas are early. They're a young little seed, and we're watering that seed with the most fucking awesome water you've ever seen, because we want this thing to grow and we want it to blossom. And with what the team are doing, that's exactly what's going to happen. Anyway, thanks so much for your time. Thanks so much for all your likes and your subscribes. It really helps my channel grow. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.